vocabulary. Okay, so this time, vocabulary naman. Vocabulary is about words. So here, I chose to tackle some words na hindi natin nakikita or nababasa or ginagamit araw-araw. Okay? So, keyword for vocabulary, kapag sumasagot ka ba or you're having vocabulary exams, it's really context clues. Ano ba yung context clues? Humanap ka ng ibang ibig sabihin sa loob ng isang sentence. Diba? So for example, kapag sabihin natin, she is so stunning. Everyone looks at her. So, siguro hindi mo alam ano ba ibig sabihin ng stunning. But yung clue natin is, everyone looks at her. So siguro sobrang ganda niya. Probably that's what stunning means. She's really gorgeous and amazing and intelligent. Maganda yung outfit niya, diba? So that's how you get clues. So that's how you answer vocabulary exams, okay? Basta you understand the sentence and then maghanap ka ng clue as to what the word means, okay? Let's have this one. There is a challenging blank to solve. Paano yan yung context clues? So is it complacent, conundrum, or capitulate? Comment your answers. So in the latter part of this, magagamit na yung context clues, okay? In this part kasi, I want to discuss as many words as possible. Pero hindi naman pwede na isang word, isang item lang. At least, di ba, ito isang item lang, you will learn 3 words. So anyway, maybe you want to change your answers. Huwag mo muna i-search. We have it here. Kapag sabihin mong complacent, willing to please others, yung mga tao na chill lang, complacent lang. Like, they don't really, they don't complain a lot. So for example, kapag sabihin mong, when my dog is not hungry, he is complacent. So, willing, okay lang siya. Di ba? Kapag hindi siya nagugutom, mas nakakatakot siya kapag nagugutom siya. If you say conundrum, a confusing and difficult problem or question. So we can say the government is attacked with harsh conundrums. And of course, capitulate is surrender. So now, if we go back to our question, which do you think is the correct answer? There is a challenging blank to solve. Ito ba yung obliging, yung chill lang, yung agreeable lang? Ito ba yung conundrum, problems or difficult questions? Or ito ba yung surrender? So our correct answer is, when I took the board exam, there were items that are like that. Na kahit na putulin pa yung leeg ko, I really don't know the answer. So what I did was, I have the most intelligent guess based on the other words. Kasi no choice. Alam nga naman hindi mo sagutan, di ba? It's really bad to skip an item while you're taking an exam. Kahit na sa tingin mo mali, sagutan mo pa rin. So ano yun? Magkamali ka hindi dahil sa katangahan, magkamali ka dahil hindi mo lang talaga alam. So no choice, hindi mo naman alam. So ano pa magagawa mo, di ba? But at least you tried. Anyway, correct answer natin is, that would be conundrum. So there is a challenging conundrum to solve, a confusing and difficult problem or situation, okay? There are a blank of reasons to give up, but we still keep going. There are a blank of reasons to give up, but we still keep going. Perfidious, nuance, or myriad. I don't also use this word, perfidious. Sobrang hirap. So it's deceitful and untrustworthy. So ibig sabihin, parang yung mga ibang friends mo, diba? Kakasabi mo lang ng sekreto tapos sinabi ulit sa iba. Very untrustworthy. So for example, sasabihin natin, your ex-husband was perfidious. Kasi, nag-cheat. That's so sad. If you say nuance, a subtle difference in shade or meaning, expression, or sound. So there is a difference, but it's not very clear. For example, I would say, the nuances of his actions got bigger over time. So pakonti-konti lang yung change ng actions niya until over time, he totally changed. And of course, kapag myriad naman, it means sobrang dami. Sobrang dami. So extremely great number. Like when I went to the concert, there was a myriad of people. Okay, so correct answer natin is, so there are a myriad of reasons to give up, but we still keep going. So ibig sabihin, kahit na sobrang dami, we still keep going. Scammers often target those who are most blank. Is it flamboyant, pliable, or credulous? So dito yung hinahanap natin is anong klase ba? Yung mga mabilis, yung, in Bisaya, we call it humok og ilong. Like, I don't know how to say it in Tagalog. Yung mabilis mabola, some people are like that. However, what is the word? Is it flamboyant, pliable, or credulous? So comment your answers. So kapag sasabihin mong flamboyant, it's very confident, diba? Flamboyant. So let me look up for some examples. So, yung this kind of people, talagang nakukuha nila yung atensyon ng mga tao. It's because, they are very confident. So for example, I will say, my friend was very flamboyant when she joined the beauty pageant. So sobrang angas ng dating, sobrang galing, right? If you say pliable naman, it's flexible. Yung hindi madali silang maka-adjust. Basically yan nga yung flexible, madaling maka-adjust. So let me look up. It's synonymous with pliable, okay? For example, sasabihin natin, this is a pliable leather. So it doesn't break easily. You can use it anywhere. And of course, credulous, ito na yung gullible. So ano yun? Madaling mauto, di ba? So for example, she loves to watch a lot of magic shows, and that made her credulous or gullible. So our answer, that should be credulous, okay? Scammers often target those who are most credulous. So, lalo na kapag pera yung pag-uusapan, we are all so gullible. He sent the most bland note before he disappeared. Is it subtle, cryptic, or innocuous? Innocuous. Comment your answers. So I think the word subtle, na-discuss na natin earlier, yung just very slight things, hindi masyadong klaro, right? For example, subtle facial expressions, diba? So yeah, it's not very showy. Now, ano naman yung cryptic? So mysterious, And of course, innocuous, harmless, and inoffensive, okay? So for example, if you're telling a joke, it should just be innocuous. So I think we all get the correct answer. Talaga ba? Yung sentence he left the most blank note bago siya nawala. So ano, a low-key note, a mysterious note, or a harmless, inoffensive note? I think we can eliminate letter C. Kasi nawala siya. That's a bit creepy to me. He left, or he sent the most cryptic note before he disappeared. It's not physically healthy to have a blank lifestyle. Is it sedentary, extravagant? How do you read this? Is it extravagant or extravagant? Or letter C, lucrative. Comment your answers. What do you think? So, first of all, if you say sedentary, yung kadalasan nito is yung mga taong nagtatrabaho ng office. So just for the entire day, nakaupo lang sila facing their computer. Kaka-relate ang karamihan sa atin, ako rin. If you say extravagant naman, something that costs a lot of money. So if you spend extravagantly, para ka nanalo ng loto. Lucrative, it means producing a great deal of profit. So let me look for a good sentence example. Okay. So for example, sabihin natin, ano ba yung mga lucrative na professions? Siguro doctor, di ba? So, being a doctor is a lucrative career kasi you actually earn a lot. It's not physically healthy to have a sedentary lifestyle. Yung palagi ka nakaupo. Also, this is not only for office people. Yung, lalo na nung pandemic, wala tayong magawa. Yung lockdown, di ba? Ano, manonood lang tayo ng TV kasi yun lang naman. Nung pandemic, sobrang dami kong natapos na series at saka libro. Kasi no choice, di ba? You just stay at home for the entire day. So, yeah, lahat tayo, we had a sedentary lifestyle. Happiness is blank when you chase it. Is it elusive, relinquish, or resilient? Comment your answers. So, if you say elusive, it's yung pakipot ba? Kagaya ng mga girlfriend nyo. Anyway, difficult to find, catch, or achieve. Okay. If you say relinquish, you just give up. And if you say resilient, so actually, resilient is a very deep word. This word, kasi for example, you have been through so many things. So for example, just I really hope it will not happen. You lost a loved one, tapos you survived. Okay. Natanggalan ka ng trabaho, and then you survived ulit. And then nalugi yung business mo, and you still survived. So you are a very resilient person. Yung kahit anong challenges, kaya. So that's, yeah, resilient. Diba? So katulad ng, diba, like some people are very resilient. So we went through pandemic, with some people, some of their family members died, yung iba nawala ng trabaho, but, they still survived. So they are very resilient. At some points of our lives, we will be challenged by so many things. So if you survive them, you're resilient, okay? Now, the answer to our question is, it's actually, letter A. Happiness is elusive. So it's difficult to catch kapag you chase it. Next one, the vacation has certainly blank him. Is it rebuff, renovate, or rejuvenate? Comment your answers. So anyway, let's give meanings. If you say rebuff, okay, so it's an abrupt rejection. Renovate is you restore para maging so that it will be better, para ma-improve ang kanyang quality. If you say rejuvenate, you make things younger. So you rejuvenate your skin. Hindi ibig sabihin ng pampaputi. Okay? It will help you look young again. But here in the sentence, nagbakasyon siya, di ba? So, siguro after the vacation, pagbalik niya sa office, naging bata na siya tingnan. So that vacation has certainly rejuvenated him. Correct answer is letter C. Okay. I am excited upon your blank arrival. Is it eminent na may letter I, eminent na may letter E, or pertinent? Comment your answers. Yung letter I, double M na eminent, it's yung papalapit na. It's near, it's approaching. If you say eminent naman na letter E, that person, it's an adjective, like very magaling ka. For example, I will say, Michael Jordan is eminent in the world of basketball. So yan yung eminent, okay? Like renowned, you are respected in that field. Or maybe Kobe Bryant, if you will. And then pertinent naman, it's relevant or appropriate. So for example, the scientist gave pertinent findings, diba? So our answer is letter A. I am excited upon your imminent arrival, okay? His efforts as a public servant are blank that nothing can compare. Nothing can compare. Yan yung ating keyword or ating context clue. Nothing can compare. What do you think is the answer? Comment it down. If you say impeccable, okay, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. The politician is well loved because he is impeccable. So siguro this politician does everything. Talagang never nagkamali, never binash, which is very impossible kasi lahat naman ng politician, they all go through negativities or anyone in front of the public's eye, di ba? And it's normal kasi yung tao, iba-iba naman talaga tayong pananaw. So that's why. So if you say flamboyant, I think I've already included this one earlier, yung very confident, lively, di ba? A flamboyant display of music. So ibig sabihin, sobrang ganda, sobrang confident, sobrang talented. If you say unparalleled, nothing, talagang, wala pa so far ang nakakaabot ng ganyan. Okay? It's having no equal. It's exceptional. Okay? So yung impeccable, it's almost perfect, di ba? Flawless. But yung unparalleled, dito natin makukuha ang keyword that nothing compares. Nothing compares. Meaning it's unparalleled. So at some moments of our lives, there will be moments in our lives that it will be unparalleled, diba? There will be moments, we will live unparalleled. Ayoko na. We will live unparalleled moments in our lives. Even after 70 years, after 20 years, that was still one of the best moments you've ever lived. So, ibig sabihin, it was unparalleled. We have birthday celebrations that are unparalleled. Kasi yung ibang birthday natin, it's normal lang, kumain ka, you had drinking, you had fun. But there will be those that will, really excel from the others, okay? So his efforts as a public servant are unparalleled, that nothing can compare. So yung impeccable or flamboyant, actually, they can be, okay? But here, walang nakakakumpara. Walang nakakaparallel sa kanya. So it's unparalleled, okay? Next one. Supermodels usually have these bland personalities that many people admire their looks. Is it magnetic, profane, or here we are, loquacious? Comment your answers. If you say magnetic, it's really attractive. Lalo na boys, di ba? Pag may dumaan na sobrang sexy, namamagnet yung mata niyo. Wow! If you say profane, it's about religion, but negative siya. It's non-religious. So, some families, some institutions are profane. Wala sila masyadong pinaniniwalaan. Loquacious naman is talkative. I think loquacious is very common. So correct answer natin dito is, supermodels usually have this magnetic personalities that many people admire their looks, okay? This is a board exam tip. It is considered blank if you wear something red during exams. Is it auspicious, paramount, or Herculean? Comment your answers. If you say auspicious, it's favorable for success. Or suerte. Paramount naman, priority, or more important than anything else. If you say Herculean, requiring a great effort. So Hercules kasi is, I don't know, wala namang sinabi. So son of Zeus lang. But I'm not sure. I also didn't, because Mars is Ares, siya yung god of war. But for Hercules, I didn't meet him a lot. But anyway, synonyms are strenuous, arduous, or grueling. Requires great effort. Ano bang klaseng trabaho na requires great effort? For example, being or a construction worker position requires, is Herculean. We can say directly. A construction worker position is Herculean. So you have to, it's draining, it's grueling, so you need to put in great effort and strength, right? Auspicious. So, suspicious. It is considered auspicious if you wear something red during the exam. So, favorable for success. So, hindi yan totoo, okay? Alam ko magpupula kayo ng bra at brief at panty. It may work for good luck, but it's not guaranteed, okay? When I took my board exam, I wore red undergarments. And yes, pumasa ako. I have my classmates na nagpula din, but they didn't pass. And my sister, she did not follow any superstitious beliefs and she passed. So, depende lang yun. Depende lang yan sa gaano ka prepared, okay? So, studying really is the one that will help you pass the exam. Anyway, The instructions were very blank that we are able to understand well. So, ibig sabihin siguro maganda, klaro yung instructions because they are able to understand well. Now, which one here is synonymous with the word claro? Is it illicit, explicit, or implicit? If you say illicit, you draw out a response, okay? For example, guys, I'm planning my birthday party. I want to elicit your ideas. So you're, getting responses. If you say explicit, it means it's very clear, lahat ng detalye sinabi. Kapag implicit naman, it's confusing. Hindi klaro, di ba? So sometimes, ano yon, especially if you, like, yung mga instructions is sobrang hirap ng words, so in the end, it will seem implicit to you. The instructions were very explicit, they were able to understand well. Anyway, this time, we will proceed to, dito, pwede nyo nang hanapan ng context clues, okay? So, yung question na, nandun na yung, nasa question na yung word, and the options are the meanings. So here, he was able to free himself from his captors unscathed. He was able to free himself from his captors unscathed. So, nakalaya siya, and he was unscathed. What do we mean by unscathed? Is it without any obstacle, without difficulty, without noise, or without suffering? Ala, sagot na pala ito. Why? Anyway, without suffering, injury, damage, or harm, at dahil na-click ko yung correct answer, let's just have it. Yeah, unscathed, guys. So yung keyword na gagamitin natin is, he was able to free himself from his captors. So nakalaya siya. So, pwede bang without any obstacle? Yes, it's possible. Without any difficulty? It's possible. Without any noise? Not very much, diba? Or without suffering any injury, damage, or harm. So, it's the one that makes a lot of sense. Kasi, you have captors eh. Kapag tumakas ka, it's possible na they will hurt you. But dito, it's of course, you will have difficulty, you will have an obstacle, but at least wala siyang injury, so unscathed, okay? So because the workers were pliable, they were able to adjust easily. So we met the word pliable before. What do you think is the meaning? Comment your answers. Flexible, pag magkamali, ewan ko na lang. So yes, you're right. So the workers were pliable, they were flexible, kaya nilang mag-adjust, okay? The beautiful facade of the building elicited admiration from the guests. So what do we mean by the word facade? Is it lobby, decoration, paintings, or front? So correct answer is very good. If it's facade, it means front, okay? So kaya na, yun nakatingala sila. So for example, Jenny's facade is always very strict. So, ibig sabihin, yung parang yung aura niya, yung front niya, it's, strict. So, facade. Next one. He alienated most of his friends with his unfriendly character. Is it outlawed, estranged, made an alien, or made an enemy? So, correct answer, if you say, right, alienated, it's estranged. That's correct. Oh, sobrang galing nyo dito. Next one. He was lambasted for his stand on same-sex marriage. Is it criticized harshly, praised highly, reprimanded sternly, or blamed quickly? Comment your answers. So it's either na-praise siya or kinontra siya. So the correct answer is, okay, let's here see. So if you say lambasted, it means criticized harshly. So nabash, right? So praised highly or blamed quickly, we can eliminate that. We are left with yung reprimand kasi, it's like you disobeyed something. But here, meron lang siyang comment or own opinion. Kaya hindi siguro na acceptable for most people. So I think lalo na during the elections when Senator Manny Pacquiao ran for the office, I think he had like a comment about, I think he does not agree with same-sex marriage or something. Basta it was about gender and like all the people belonged to the group, they were really, infuriated. Kaya yon. Anyway, correct answer natin again is letter A. Next one. Nawala ang aking slide. Okay. So, Jenny's friends said calumnies against her. So, keyword natin dito is against. Against. So, we can remove letters A and B, di ba? Kasi bakit ka naman nag-praise at admiration kung against in the first place ang sentence mo? So, comment your answers is correct. So, calumnies, false accusation. Right? Sometimes people are like that, spreading rumors about you that are not true. Nah, that's so hard to deal. Nakaka-stress. Next one. The terrain was so unfamiliar that the retreating troops were vanquished easily by the enemies. So the place, hindi sila masyadong sanay to be there, that the retreating troops were vanquished easily by the enemies. Nag-retreat ka na nga. Ikaw naman mag-joke, ma'am. Wow, really, Sir Wainwright? Inuutosan mo ko. Inuutosan mo ako. Talaga lang. Anyway, comment your answers. So if you say vanquished, means you defeat thoroughly. So ibig sabihin, hindi lang defeat na natalo lang. Talagang sobrang nagkatalo. It was so easy for the enemies to defeat them. Kasi in the first place, hindi sila familiar sa terrain. Right. Next one. All the family members gave their unanimous approval for their marriage. Sana all. So is it incomplete agreement, secret, divided, or split? Comment your answers. What do we mean by unanimous? So, okay, unanimous decision, incomplete agreement. I was a bit doubtful in writing this option kasi yung in plus complete, it's, kapag basahin mo siya just in one word, diba? It's incomplete, diba? But dito, incomplete, meaning in unison. So, pareha sila. Incomplete agreement. Next one. Everyone in his department hates their irascible superior who is fond of shouting at a small mistake. Irascible. So keyword natin dito is, well, fond of shouting at a small mistake. Anong klaseng tao yan? Is it irritable? Pwede. Disrespectful? Pwede. Frightening? Pwede. Nakakatakot din naman. Fond of cussing? Wow. Pwede rin. Kasi, what do you think is the answer? Yung pinaka-best answer. Alright, anyway, correct answer is irritable. So, sometimes people are like that, yung sobrang konti lang ng pasensya. Actually, my family, they are. Yung pasensya nila is just ganito lang. You know, talagang konting, lang, nagagalit agad, you know. So, as to me, konti yung pasensya ko when it's about punctuality. So, kapag pinahihintay ako, I can hindi ako nakakahinga ng mabuti. So, yeah. But other than that, okay naman. So, irritable. Okay? Mabilis mairita. Even in just small things. Next one. A docile student is willing to be taught. Keyword natin dyan is willing. Or context clue natin is willing. Anong ibig sabihin ng docile? Is it easy, rebellious, kind, or submissive? Correct answer is letter D, submissive. Our context clue is willing. Okay. Next one. Her penchant for kids earned her a role of being a daycare teacher. Comment your answers. I think penchant is lumalabas everywhere. Actually, dito, okay naman yung A, B, and D. Diba? But if you say her love for kids, love is very deep right away. But it's also fine. Kapag interest naman, it's opposite to love. Interest is just interest lang. Pwede siyang mawala, di ba? So imagine guys, it earned her a role. You know, nabigyan siya ng trabaho because of her penchant for kids. So it means something na hindi naman masyadong deep yung kagustuhan niya, but also hindi naman nawawala agad. So she is very fond, or her fondness for kids. Okay? So parang everyday talagang natutuwa lang siya with the kids. Okay? She's fun. So like you, we all have a penchant for something. Diba? Well, it's not gonna be easy, but yung pag-aaral nyo, it's not gonna be easy, but when you see the result, it's all gonna be worth it. So, kapit lang kasi malapit na, okay?